grey knight. Need a squire?
City somehow.
Testing, testing, mic check, testing. Testing.
Tis a dog's life.
Testing. Testing.
Oh, come here, hero. Give us a kiss. A changeling rescued, or the witch's triumph.
Alright, welcome to the Night Show! I'm your host, your Grand MC, your Knight of Entertainment, the one, the only TK Diz, Isaac, Quickstep, and Orion. You know what you can call me. I am your Night Host, the one who reads from the Night Tome, who travels through the kingdom of Entertainia to push back the sorrow and tell my tales to entertain. I welcome you to another nightly adventure where let's go. And we're going to start a brand new part of our Witcher 3 story. You can consider it our final chapter. It's time to begin Blood and Wine. We've pushed back the wild hunt. We've saved our adopted daughter. We've handled Olgierd's Heart of Stone. So all that's left now is Blood and Wine. We need a fast travel thing. Now I got one question for you, chat, and let me hear you. I want to hear you guys nice and loud. Are you excited for the Blood and Wine?
Eternal fire protects us.
So should I take that as a yes from you, Magus?
We've not got no need for your help.
Have no fear, good man. Our labors shall be done quickly. The prowlers to be banished for good.
Milton, look.
Get out!
In the flesh.
Hail, Witcher. Let us go inside and greet you as befits an old friend.
And you, fear not. We shall put an end to the rule of outlaws soon.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyrin and Palmerin de Launfal. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
Let me help you with the bandits.
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Palmerin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency. But I expect they will be deaf to this.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our means to evade bloodshed.
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric falls on deaf ears.
Excellent. They have but to wait for the rogues to arrive.
Hear that? Your bandits have arrived.
Sunrise.
Let us go out to greet them.
This doesn't seem like it's going anywhere good.
Hark! Contemptible curs!
He mean us?
I, Palmerin de Launfal, call upon you to repent. Search your hearts. Do you not see that they are blackened?
Regular Punch and Judy here.
To prey upon commoners is no honor. To loot their meager stores, abandon the path of shame, and we will spare you.
Damn.
Good jest, that. Had us a laugh. Now, fuck off or we lose our patience and you lose something else.
Nay, wait, Zorg. These lads are a lark. Mayhaps they know some tricks.
Oi, players! Can you toss balls all loopity-like? Or do that thing where one spits fire while the other...
You know, I understand that their word choice might be... Seems they won't heed your call.
To me, they're unmoved.
You tried, my friend.
But you gotta remember, these are armored knights. Do you think they just literally...
By my honor.
Nothing, they're bandits, so they're always smart.
Defend yourselves, harlots brutes.
Oh! He had a bad day. He wasn't even the leader, apparently. He's only the named one. God damn it, there's a crossbow user. Why is the crossbow useful in your hands and not mine? Where is he? Where is he? How'd that crossbow help you? Yeah, if you've noticed anything so far, I'm guessing these knights, they ain't like the ones in the north.
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers. You're not in Toussaint.
Ah, it is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend. Come, Geralt. It's time we delivered our message.
Can I loot the place first, please? I mean, they're bandits. I don't expect them to have much, but...
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition...
Is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the star-crossed city's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
So, is she offering a job? Anna Henrietta says all that, word for word?
Anna Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
Well, in point of fact, she said, bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone. The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify with Her Illustrious Highness.
This beast, tell me more.
It'll be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses. Bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
The tourney part that I think is funny. Beasts wield black magic?
Black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard desperate cries from the street below, where a corpse had just been found.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got him out, dragged him to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect. But of this beast, nothing is known.
Sword and
Save
shield.
that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or reason we can discern.
Anyone try trapping the monster?
Tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
An experienced tracker. This is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
Did you see tourney?
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident.
I'll take the contract.
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by the thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be...
Remember, Geralt he's been doing this...
Excellent.
I mean, I always want to say at least over a century, but I think he's not over a century years old.
Ready to go.
I think he's only half, but... Remember, Geralt ain't a young man. He's a slow-aging... human, since partially the mutations, and as we brought up, no Witcher has ever fell asleep and died in his bed. So no Witcher has lived long enough to actually die of old age. Closest we saw was Vesemir, who died like a Witcher. I never did get to loot those bastards.
Sand, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
And that's the wine part. I want to say that this game, from what I'm guessing, is from, and what I know and read about this, is this region is supposed to, I want to say, based off
Me, place
France.
always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
Is that an armored ogre? Oh, I'm down for this. We ride! Witcher's gone south. Travel to the Dutch.
Watch out! I swore I'd kill a monster.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the French feel from this. Or not even, maybe just not even the French, that time period as well, with like 3 musketeers, come on. All for one and one for all. Down he goes! Now this bitch I better be able to loot. He's got a name.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, outfit it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
How did a giant wind up here?
Giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
Glad to take the trophy. You did
I'll
well
take
against
the
him.
trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint, we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again. The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the Tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
So does that mean that was all I was able to... Oh no, it looks like we can loot him for something else. Ooh, a sword. Well, we already got us... Oh, it was a new silver sword. Yeah, since we got a whole new region, I expect we'll be a lot more busy. So we'll be in Blood and Wine, I'm guessing, for a bit. But since we have a whole new region to go through, we're going to take it here for a while.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kid.
Mutations in Grandmaster Witcher gear. In Blood and Wine, you can undergo additional Witcher mutations to unlock new capabilities. Soon you will run into a messenger who will deliver a very interesting letter. Read it and investigate the story of Professor Morgo to learn more about these mutations. They say a master's craftsman lives in Tucson who can craft Witcher gear of unequal quality. What's more, you can receive special bonuses for wearing all or part of a set of this extraordinary equipment. You will not regret investigating these new options. Hey, I'm down for new gear.
Faster.
Thumbs age like wine.
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
Knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on
Aren't
her
knights
behalf,
errant
we are
free
bound
knights?
by tradition.
I'm not disagreeing with that. Hey, I'm always the fan of the images of knights and all that.
No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything. Hobnailed boots. Multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went.
That's also a term I get confused by.
Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Got guests. Careful.
Yeah, you are not good backup. That's a new one. Back away, you idiot!
Come on, come closer.
Want to hide in the water like a jackass?
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking. Junk that came down the river.
You must keep searching.
Assuming what I'm actually looking for is right here.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything.
Dive! And then, I'd like to point out Geralt's looking for things, but it feels like more I'm just getting treasure.
Silk Chief, monogrammed DLC. Accessory clearly. Need to go.
Wow, really? Really?
Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free.
I mean, we all heard that, right? He literally described it as the handkerchief DLC. Come on, man.
Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Someone's watching us.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
Found a monogram.
One thing.
Handkerchief.
Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions, no matter the odds. Fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
Where are we going, Milton?
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomrin's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint. Killer from the north, they say. What? With no lads brave enough?
Oh, notice board. You know what that means. Wanted the White Wolf.
Ducal clerks looking for help. Could be good coin to be made.
Also, did we get any new armor? Not better than what we have.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pâté?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited 2 men to join us, yet since Sir the Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
I'm Geralt.
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir the Peyrac Peyran.
No, Geralt's just old enough not to want to deal with this shit.
Geralt is a master of the witchery trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Sky was red, then what?
In the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around.
Sometimes you just don't want to get sucked up in the details. Sometimes you just gotta say the design.
Well, what did you see? Warned, if I hear the sky is red again.
I saw a head popping, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Victim's body, where'd they take it?
Body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Russell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Russell he'd get his
Always pay attention to the coin you spend.
Draw on past heroics. His creditors must finally have to find that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say.
Damn.
God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Folks says the beast's divine punishment?
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own tushes.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods' favor, so the gods sent retribution.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher codswallop.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
What else do people say about the beast?
Do they say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods?
The Toussaintois are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster.
I'll go examine
Thanks
the
for
body.
Hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the palace gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
Alright. Let's go event. Examine a body. And see what else we can get into this kingdom. Think about this, we're in technically an entire new zone. I did hear that this is supposed to be a massive update to the game as well.
Sounds like a fight. Have to hurry. Damn it. Killer must still be here.
Damn.
Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like. Except for long fangs. Killed with a single blow. In the cellar. Gotta be. Claw wounds. From 5 separate claws. Spread of a small human hand. Massacred. By a vampire. Not an Ekimara, though. Or a Fletter. Bruxa. Gotta be. Footprints. Small, bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Hurled against the wall with great force. Used this to batter down the grate.
Please no, it's a person.
Down. You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood.
Oh, who the fuck is this?
We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
I cannot let you leave.
Should have probably healed. Actually, you're not. Damn. Well, wasn't expecting that. Damn it. Only able to turn invisible is not on my style. Damn it, we're gonna have to try that again. Let's try that again. Not a very good way to start this. It really surprised me, like, something like that could technically knock my ass off. I don't like when my opponent can turn invisible and then not move. Come on, vampire. Like, man.
Killed all these men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though?
Bitch. Damn, even the gear is still not better.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought.
Sand in the head.
Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Elfguardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
Salmon chest.
Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this.
So the Bruxa is definitely not the beast.
Third hand. A spare. Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing. Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
End examination. Unusually severed hand.
It was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand?
The blood?
Who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions. No answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
I'm also going to go for the very wise and smart option of, you know, healing when I get the chance. Because I'm going to fight a boss fight like that when half dead was also not my smartest move. But it was an entertaining move. Finally, some new gear we can put on. I know that's a weird statement, but you gotta remember, we're in a whole new area with new items we can't see. Didn't get the chance to see before, and I have yet to be able to equip any of them. Do you know how this disappoints me?
Giddy up.
Let's go.
Full charge, Roach.
Run, Roach.
I got a feeling Roach isn't going to be any more help here. Oh. Armorer?
Armor chromed, engraved or fluted, whatever your heart's desire.
Show me what you got.
Let's see what you got in stock.
I was fully expecting him to say something there. So it's better than what we have. Yep, all these things are better. We're not buying Witch Hunter armor though. Damn, look at the weight. Alright. Now I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to buy the heavy armor. But we're going to sell armor right back to him. Kind of wonder if he's got other armor we can buy. Why not? Not much better shit. Nothing for inventory. Ooh, actually no, we should buy this. That's actually helpful. And before I get anything else from this guy, since I just bought some more expensive gear. Alright, let's equip our new gear and we'll sell it. The old gear for more profit. Okay, I'll be honest. I like it. I like this look. It looks better than what we were wearing. I don't feel cheap and weird.
Let's see what you got in stock.
Let's see, does he have anything worthwhile we can... Damn, not a lot of this stuff actually sells as much as I thought. Monster tongue. I love that. Monster brain. Monster bone. I'll leave the man with the rest of his coin for now.
So long.
But now Geralt's got more armor.
I need a fresh set of shoes for my man.
Little blacksmith.
At your service, sir. The racing model is...
I don't think anything's better than Iris right now, but maybe we'll find a better silver sword.
Ah, a professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
What are you selling?
What have you got there?
Yeah, looks like we're not going to find a better steel sword. Does he not sell silver swords? Guess not. No big deal.
So long.
Alright, where's our palace guy?
Giant.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Store is done. Go find your parents.
But the Pomerine, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
Our tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always, but it's worth being good.
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Pomeran's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? He can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As we'll soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shalmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
All things dangerous.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw a spectacle of the sword at the arena in Nuremberg. There, a knight defeated a Shalmar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shalmar might have been lame. Who knows?
What about lame?
There's a real chance against a healthy Shalmar, and that's not even every witcher.
Lame is a line he says. Like, what is that even supposed to mean?
Facing a monster that dangerous in front of a crowd, plain irresponsible.
Who will face the Shamar?
To fight the beast.
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go see the Duchess.
Let's go.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Is that a crab monster? Like some demented crab monster?
Got a bad feeling about this.
He hasn't won. Bells are off. Ooh.
We have to help him.
And Geralt, he's like already into the fight.
Gotta keep it down.
Alas, for Nightling, the beast feeds his vulgar. Let closer on and not into her.
Oh, I have done damage to it.
To give fight to the beast, its plans confound.
But compared to the Brooks, it's definitely not as strong, unless our new gear is just that much better. Although, it looks like I have to hit it in a certain spot.
Out, brief flame. And thus the witch's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust.
Yeah, looks like I have to get into this, so... Yo! Save the speeches for later! Give me a ham sandwich.
And set fire to the wood. For nothing in this struggle has come to any good. The witcher waited till the time was true. Then 12 danced and spun, struck the monster right through.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, if this guy's gonna spend the entire time talking instead of fighting, this is gonna go very badly. Especially, look, he's already near dead. Get away from it, dude. Although now I can tell that's not him actually talking, so I kind of blamed the wrong guy, but the speech was not helpful. Damn.
That Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Kill it.
It suffered enough.
The monster lies slain! The fight is done! Praised be the victors!
Forgive me. I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
Oh, he was not dead.
Thanks for your help. Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly Honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Hey, if you're gonna jump into a fight, go jump in. A fight against Shamir, raining something like that.
Your Grace.
Bad idea.
Shale Mars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
But he didn't!
The crowd. Say the Shale Mar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
About the contract.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But whatever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Dandelion.
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no.
I mean, to be honest, hearing Dandelion is probably a better name than
deeply regret
Viscount Julian Albert, whatever the fuck his full name is.
If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
Dandelion, what the fuck did you do?
Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings.
That's better. So I just have to tell you, Abruxa killed some guardsmen.
Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. Abruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
You need two things. Information and access to a laboratory.
The body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not always.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress.
I mean...
both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to...
That's how he got Ciri.
Once we've decided, you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco. and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Anyone who drinks wine can confirm that?
But as I said before, I'll need some information.
Beast's first victim. What do we know?
How did it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time.
I never understand why merchants would cheat.
All court ceremonies. He did not grant it. He could not.
Like, you gotta
Once
think.
you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find
Gotta
him?
wonder.
Quite unusual, the circumstance.
I mean, you gotta think, like, you're a merchant.
He was at
Why
a
would you try to
feast
trick
when
people?
Suddenly, one of his fellow feast-goers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder.
Second victim now.
Tell me what you know.
In the city, there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
Victims, both older knights.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times, knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinch.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Similarities between the victims seem to be more and more of them.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places, under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Why those virtues exactly?
Virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven.
Not wrong.
According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
The beast's denouncing moral
Beast seems to
decay.
be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the fourth virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
What's that mean? A team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such, earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure.
We need to find
Your
Milton.
Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses! Your Grace!
Well, not unexpected. Funny, but not unexpected. Come on, Roach.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness.
I'm 90% sure a real ruler should not ever do that, but it's funny as fuck to imagine. Like, I was about to...
It is silk! Be careful!
Just yell at my ruler. That merchant does not look like he's having a good day. Ride! Come on, Roach, this is time for a full charge!
This way!
No place like home?
Try not to lose your way. Sharp right! Take care!
Good!
Did she just ride through that horse?
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option. But time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Around here, it's wine, wine, and more wine.
Come on!
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish?
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
I'm gonna have to find out, get a unicorn to trust me.
Both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Let's go, Geralt. Come on, run, run! Wait, how long has my silver sword been broken?
If one were to call a state courageous or coward, what other part of the state?
I guess the unicorn, since it's right here.
But this is no true unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
I love the again! Oh.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Finding a treat. Alright.
Think unicorns, rainbows, and girls.
A new quest item.
How dare he! Scandalous!
Cold game's not likely to tempt a unicorn.
Pretty sure we got what I was.
Should like that like any other damn horse.
Let's try. Can I not run holding that? Yeah, I can't run holding this.
An apple. Yum yum. Easy. Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Alright. Now we run for that fish.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
What?
Guys, I'm not even sure I'm swimming towards it. Candy. Toffee. So does that mean the golden fish is some kind of candy? Or sweet. Oh, that was a cutscene. Damn it.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon its heavenly course doth trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
Damn.
A key.
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful!
I love how I went into the sleep rest despite the fact we didn't dive under. Do we have a little bit of a cloak? No, it's just the water reflecting on us.
What's new, mon ami? The light, it's positively useless. She can't possibly see.
You know, I wonder if we tried to use the cookie, what would have happened? Come on. Sometimes I hate when there's one path forward.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity, or shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
One of these sounds right, one of these sounds wrong. Greenhouse? I don't know.
Let's see. Grown with ease gives us green, right? And mouse with the head of hard cheese. Greenhouse?
You're a genius. Several greenhouses in the gardens, indeed, but only one.
Hey, we leveled from that.
Just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
You can do it, Geralt.
What the butch?
What was that?
I'm sorry, the fact that it just happened to work well for him is just funny. Are we still gonna chase him?
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents?
Milton's dead. Wait, Milton really died? Conversation's not about me.
Here to talk about me.
Yet that is exactly what we are doing. So, did they send you after me? Who are they?
What do you mean, they? Duchess hired me. You've been murdering her subjects.
Is it as simple as that? I would ask you to convey to the Duchess that I've but one victim left, but
Well,
you'll not get the chance.
The Beast of Belclair. What happened to my shield? Oh, it's because I'm not on Twin, that's why. I know how to block. These vampires are tough. Damn! Looks like for once we win or lose, it doesn't matter. Well, this is a really weird way to just show our death.
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
I guess it didn't matter if we win or lose that fight. It means I wasted a ham sandwich, but whatever.
Geralt, it's me.
Ha! He knows!
You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling...
Oh, they're hugging! They're all hugging someone!
Castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
Yeah, this is a reference that they've met in the books, and he was dead.
No one twisted my arm.
How'd you regenerate?
Miraculous regeneration. How'd you manage it?
I had help from the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
What brings you back after all these years?
Here, it's no coincidence.
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlef. I fear he's become entangled, landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlef is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlef is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
What good reasons could he possibly have?
What are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlef, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Why Detlef? Actually, why tell me this? Any reason?
Good of him. But do I need to know this?
Yes. So you'll understand Detlef is no cold-blooded killer. I believe he's landed in some mess and he sees no way out.
What makes you say that?
Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlef found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him. Immensely.
But what? Got any idea what could have angered him?
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him.
Gotta find him. Before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then. Just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all?
I'm not wrong.
Sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine.
It's nice to know that Geralt got to reunite with an old friend that he thought was dead.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, We flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Damn, I can't believe Milton. He was a good knight. But apparently had to die a coward. But before anything else happens, because we literally have no health. Now time to do the side quests. Oh, damn, we have a lot of night side quests. But let's start with No Place Like Home.
We must allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
Not my exit. I love how we can buy multiple we can gain multiple torches just by looting. But yeah, gotta admit, I'm sad to hear Milton died. We might not have known him very long, but the man was still a knight and a friend.
A letter for you, sir.
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Here's your tip.
Here. Thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Telling him to get lost just seemed bad. I mean, it's a kid.
I suspect weighty affairs, rather than merely the wine festival, have drawn you to Toussaint. Perhaps you'll find time to probe a certain matter in spite of this. I recently came across the mention of one Professor Moreau, a scholar in Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. Though the details are rather murky, as is the location of the scholar's laboratory, his journal could contain more information. It lies buried with him in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the book I happened upon. Though less than completely legible,
That says Tolman
I trust
subtitles
it will
though.
prove useful nonetheless. I felt this matter could prove of some importance to you. Thus I dispatched this letter without delay. Whatever you decide, please take exceedingly good care of yourself. Your Yen.
Oh, Yennefer.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Especially if you make more Witchers.
Around here, it's wine, wine, and more wine. Don't crowd around.
I will say, remember, this is my first time playing this event, this DLC, so I have no idea if that changes depending on if you didn't hook up with Yen.
Sweat dripping down my bumper.
I mean, if you hooked up with Triss, maybe she says it. If not, maybe you can't. I mean, I literally don't know. I've never played this before, and I've only ever done the Yen. So if we see... Oh, there's a... No, let's go to the notice board first, though. We notice we got plenty of quests to do. I've got nothing, and I got nothing against that.
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher. I can see you're a kid.
And we found ourselves a new marker, too. Good.
c'est la vie. Might be worth looking into.
No, that's not the marker. That's a frickin' candle. Alright, now where am I going? The vineyard!
Nice tune.
Even a horse drops if you ride at a constant gallop. Hello?
Death do us part.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fawlty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corfu.
What the hell is a major domo?
I previously served with distinction at the Nibley family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
This place, tell me about.
It comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service.
Not where I was expecting this to go.
And this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight.
If he can't taste the wine or drink it,
it's the sort of man he was.
How would he know if it was good or not? I mean, hey, I'll take it, but show me around the vineyard.
Giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived,
that's impressive.
She signed on as a
I don't know what the hell. How I wanted to be when I was a child.
Major domo.
Definitely didn't know what I was going to be when I was a kid. He's trying to entertain and put a smile on all your faces.
I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Hey, at least they're given a place to stay. I'm probably not making anything sound better with that. I mean, But hey, I'm giving them home, give them home.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Wine adorns your head.
It is mine!
I wonder, now that we apparently own a vineyard, does that mean if we start making wine, when we start selling it, once the wine is filled?
Your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
I gotta see if we can get Geralt a new haircut. This haircut is not looking good. And the beard is not helping.
Nice, well, picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he nearly broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
I mean, hey, if you're gonna see it, imagine a god, imagine one. That's probably not what that seems, but to find that he saw that as a miracle, because there was no order turned into wine, but
Monsieur Bolius, his wife Nina, kept a garden. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
Move. Maybe we should find the bear and see if he'll be willing to buy some of our drinks.
Diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Keep it moving.
May a river of loose stool run through Coronata.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work, and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
You gotta wonder if technically that Geralt owns a vineyard, he could literally retire. He could potentially, maybe, I know, I mean, not the idea I can see him retiring, ever going to Karen Morin.
Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
But the idea, like, if you'd try to possibly train new witchers here in a new home. I mean, we literally have a freaking vineyard now.
You can see the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained, but one cannot deny it a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
All right. Let's try to start bringing back the vineyard.
welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
What's front of it?
Place could stand to be spruced up.
Almost decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Let's do some work on the house.
I'm thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Yeah, give her a good sprucing up.
Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state. Is there anything else you require, sir?
The grounds. Be nice to improve those.
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
Need an armor repair table.
Armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompelli once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yerugo. I will contact him at once.
Order a table.
Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Could use a grindstone to sharpen my sword.
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Order a grindstone.
Send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content.
Oh, God! Phrasing that! Phrasing!
Know what? Changed my mind. Not in the mood to talk about redecoration today. But I wanted to ask you something else.
I shall be glad to answer your every question, sir.
So long.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Alright. Now, what we could do... Oh, first, I'm gonna put some trophies away. We can replace the bed? I haven't forgotten about that. Oh, yeah, we don't really need this axe anymore either. I'll pick it up just to sell it. And before I forget, can we get a new one of these? I don't know. I think we could buy a new one, but we didn't. Alright. Now, we can do two things. And I'll do one for now. To get all these renovations in. Yay, we did it.
Renovations coming along all right, Barnabas Basil?
Superbly, sir. General refurbishment has been completed. And I took the liberty of adding 2 racks, each upon which you might hang weapons and armor, if you've some pieces you'd like to display. Likewise, I have prepared a few spots in which new paintings might be hung. In other news, the laborers dusting out the cellar have made a most unusual discovery. I believe it's something you'll wish to see.
I'll go there right now.
If you say I should see it, I'll go see it right now, BB.
BB. Ah, that brings me over times. And I do remember, because we did see the whole thing with the painting. Damn. Oh. And now we have something for these paintings.
Witcher, we could use one around here, full time.
Strange. Something behind this wall, I think.
Actually, no, I'll yard it.
A laboratory. Must have been an alchemist at one time. We're not going to do any of that. Restored our drink. Alright, well. Ooh, an additional charge. I like that.
A witcher, we could use one.
BB, know anything about the laboratory in the cellar? One of the previous owners take an interest in alchemy?
A laboratory? Alchemy? I know nothing of it. But I understand that to a witcher this must be a very intriguing find.
It is. It was walled up. Equipment's pretty ancient too, so it must have belonged to someone who lived at Corvo Bianco before you started working here. Whoever it was sure knew their stuff, though. Got dragon glass vials and flasks, stills, sublimators, vengerometers.
Forgive me, sir, but I fear I don't follow.
Just saying, it's top-notch equipment. True masterpieces of craftsmanship for use in alchemy. Brewing a concoction with this stuff versus doing it over an open fire? Well, there's no comparison.
Then I am all the more delighted you discovered it, sir.
I think we could do some renovating.
I'm starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
As you wish, sir. Shall we see to the house or the grounds this time?
Let's do some work on the house.
Feels like by investing a bit of coin, I could make the house more functional.
Indeed, momentum is best maintained once established. Now that we've finished the general renovations, You might begin to consider such things as a new bed, or additional armor stands, or weapon racks. Also, some new furnishings and a fresh coat of paint on the walls would do much to improve the guest quarters.
Could use a better bed.
Thinking about buying a comfortable bed. Always wanted one.
Excellent idea. In your profession, rest is supremely important. But say the word, and I shall order you a bed from the carpenters who craft comfort for the court.
What do you, bitch? I love it as a bonus to vitality.
I think I deserve one at my age.
True indeed, true indeed.
I will know, despite the and I've probably said this a few times, despite the white hair, Geralt is not actually. Well, I mean,
else you require,
he's
sir?
technically old, but not as.
Could use another weapon rack. Got some interesting pieces I'd like to display.
I know of a carpentry shop in town which crafts the humblest lumber into true masterpieces. You need but give the word.
Order some weapon racks.
What are the racks?
Of course, at once. At most 1 day for them to arrive, is my estimation. Is there anything else you require, sir?
You know, let's rest. Let's wait for next time before we continue with making more renovations. On that note, I hope you enjoyed our show. Share, favorite, follow, like, spread it around. If you know others who'd be entertained by my show, send them my way. I'll happily entertain you all. Also, don't forget, subscribe. It can only help the channel. Till next time, this is The Night Show, signing off for the night.